LoreWarrior Online, TI-2P Titan II. Overview. Although it shares a certain lineage with the Vining engineering and salvage team design, the Titan II isn't to be confused with the Grand Titan. Indeed, the assault mech, ultimately created by Vest and produced by Earthworks, drifted so far from its own unpublicized origins as a modern remake of a pre-Exodus SLDF prototype that it effectively became its own machine. The Titan II, on the other hand, essentially resurrected the specs for the original TI-1A Titan, which was initially prototyped for General Kerensky in 2765, only to be better abandoned with the onset of the Amaris Civil War. The forgotten design was eventually recovered by the Federated Suns centuries later in 3023, but by then, Fed Sun's production capability lacked the means, or even the will, to produce the design. Rumours then of experimental models circulated for many years, but when Vest's Grand Titan debuted, it became clear that Vining's tinkerers had been given access to the recovered specs and allowed to run wild with them. As early as 3071, rumours of a new assault mech operating amongst the garrison forces of the Blake Protectorate soon confirmed that they did, in fact, have the capability to bring the Titan back, but with significant modifications meant to take advantage of the military production facilities at hand. Now dubbed the Titan II, this battle mech has already made its presence felt in numerous engagements against Allied insurgents. Capabilities. The TI-2P outwardly resembles the original model and employs the same frame, engine, gyro and control systems as the progenitor model. Also, like the 1A, the 2P sports 19 ton of standard armour, but similarities end there. A different arrangement of armour protection coupled with a much more modern weapon loadout and double heatsinks offers this machine improved heat management capabilities and greater punch. Indeed, with a heavy PPC and 4 extended range medium lasers backed by a Streak 6 launcher with twin 9-tube multi-missile launchers, the 2P is far less a brawler than its predecessor and more of an all-round support mech, able to engage enemies at any range. However, the most curious thing about the Titan II's development as a Protectorate militia unit is not so much what this mech carries as what it lacks. While much of the arrangement suggests cost-saving measures were taken, like the use of standard engines, gyros, control systems and structure, this carries enough modern firepower to make the lack of advanced electronics, like the ubiquitous C3 computer, most conspicuous. This general lack of such technology among many of these units, combined with the deliberate omission, reinforces the theory that the Wobbies are restricting its better equipment for its more dedicated commands, rather than risking them on the less devoted or less capable warriors of their second-line forces. Deployment. The Titan II is a rare sight outside of the Protectorate militia forces. They've been arrayed on several worlds around Terra. Indeed, while a few have appeared amongst the militia engaging Allied troops sphere-wide, and even a few of their more trusted mercenary forces, none have appeared at all among the elite Mani Domini and their shadow divisions. This development, more than anything else, seems to confirm the possibility that the Titan II is made exclusively for the Protectorate militia, and may even lend credence to reports that the Words Presenter Marshal and the leader of the Mani Domini are engaged in some sort of personal conflict. Variants. The original 1A, presumed to be extinct, used a different armour arrangement as well as a mere 22 single heatsinks and a weapon load that included 2 PPCs, 6 medium lasers, 4 SRM-4 launchers and an SRM-6. Rumours that the AFFS tested several upgraded variants have never been confirmed. The Wobbies, however, have been experimenting with at least one new configuration of their own, in which the 2P's weapons are swapped for a pair of plasma rifles, 4 standard medium lasers, a Streak launcher, and 8 machine guns in 2 4-gun arrays. Clearly intended as an anti-insurgent and urban combat unit, the 2P Alpha variant mounts a Beagle probe system to sniff out hidden vehicles and mechs. This one makes me sad as a write-up because I'm a fan of the original Titan from Battle Technology magazine, and it's great to see it brought into a technical readout. I'm just sad that they decided to give it to the word of Blake. It's a 100-tonner. Its chassis is the Crestley TIA infused. Its power plant is a VLAR 300, giving it a cruise speed of 32 and a max speed of 54 kph with no jump capacity. But let's see if the write-up changes that. Its armour is Crestley Stoneskins 50. It's armed with a single Blackenberg Divine Wrath heavy PPC, 4 Diplan M3 XR extended range medium lasers, 1 ZT triple fire Streak SRM6, 2 Helga Series 9 multi-missile tubes, and 1 Crestley Premier Optics extended range small laser, manufactured by Crestley Warworks on Epsilon Eridani. Its communication system is the Crestley Lantern Alet C500, and the targeting and tracking is the Crestley Lantern Alet T101. Now, Crestley Lantern Alet, or KLA for short, is a local company on Terra, basically. They started out small, and they built themselves up from virtually nothing. So KLA are, I think they started in, I think it was Scotland, possibly. It's that kind of area. Anyway, it's like Scotland and North England, Crestley KLA, and they went on to become quite a ubiquitous company across a lot of Terra. Before the Amaris Civil War, a lot of their holdings were basically taken over by the new state of the Amaris company at the time. A lot of the equipment was basically seized. Production was given over to the state, and KLA ended up sort of becoming a small company again, and they moved from Terra, and they ended up on I think it was Mars for a time, and then they stuck around the kind of the Sol system. And they've since branched out again, and the KLA embroiled once again under a tyrannical dictatorship, in this case more of a fanatical one, producing a solid targeting and tracking system for unfortunately just the wrong company. But it's they're a good one. The 101 system is a brilliant little system. It's quite adaptable. It's open to modification as well, which is a rare thing in the targeting and tracking community, being able to inject your own kind of mods and other such updates. But we'll see. Stats-wise then, this is a Walker 3 and a run of 5 with 18 double heat sinks for 36 heat. Quite cool. It has 9 armor on the head, 41 on the CT, 20 on the rear, 27 on the side torsos, 15 on the rear, 33 on the arms, and 42 on the legs. Befitting its rather chunky visual style, it is capable of taking a hell of a lot of fire. The heavy PPC is located in the right arm with a single ER medium laser. It has 1 MML9 in the right torso with case. The ammo is located, interestingly, in the right leg, 26 and 22, different missile types respectively. It has 2 ER medium lasers in the center torso, with a Streak 6 in the left arm with 30 rounds of ammo and a ER medium laser located there as well. And finally, it has the other MML9 in the left torso with case, and its ammunition also located in the left leg. And finally, a head-mounted ER small rounds out the entire design. Yeah, one of the few mechs to actually mount its ammunition in the leg system. I love the Titan. I actually have a metal miniature, but it's the Titan 1 that I think Ironwind did for a time. So it has the original layout on the model, and I love it. It's one of my favourite assault mechs. That and the Devastator, I think, are my 2 favourite assault mechs in BattleTech, really. And yeah, it just sucks for me personally as a fan of the original Titan that yay they brought it back, boo, it's in the word. And to be honest, in my games thing, I would just have it that the Titan 2 may exist, and it wasn't used exclusively by the word. It was just a mech that was built and sold to whomever, I don't know, Fedsons or whatever, I don't care. But yeah, it is a cool looking mech. I've always been a fan of it. It's just that fits visually, it translates to being the big, chunky, it looks like a 100-tonner, and its weapons loadout is pretty decent. Obviously it can reach out across all ranges. I did like the loadout on the original one as well, to be honest, for the SLDF era. It made sense for the tech that was available. Map log, good artwork, good update of the original. So yeah, it's nice to see it on the one hand acknowledged from Battle Technology. It's always nice to see some of those units getting a kind of official sort of introduction in TROs. It's just a shame, as I said, that it ends up as a protectorate thing. I mean, I don't know if beyond that, like the company just continued to produce and then it was sold to, the Devlin Stones Republic of the Sphere forces or that kind of, or if it ended up moving back to the Federated Suns and they started producing their own variant of it, that kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, I guess, if you're running your own game of BattleTech, you can decide however that goes. You can even decide that the Titan came back and it was in production and was used by a few different houses, the original Titan model. So yeah, that's how I do it, to be honest. I quite like the Titan. It's if you haven't guessed. But at least it didn't have any like crazy villains written piloting it, or that it was used in ridiculous levels of war criminality and that kind of thing. It's just a militia mech. So yeah. Oh well. Have a good one all. That actually rounds out the battle mechs of Technical Readout 3075. It's a bit of a mixed bag of machines. Some interesting designs and a few that are a bit ropey. And but going past that, this has some of the non-combat mechs. Things like there's a salvage mech in there, and then you've got some of the aerospace fighters. There's a load of aerospace fighters that are made for the Word of Blake as well. They'll have Omni fighters, basically, so there'll be a few of those, and then there's like hover vehicles, and there's a few mechs and stuff there. There's a few like tanks and stuff that I've covered as well in this batch of recordings, so yeah, you'll get a couple of new armoured vehicles, and I'll get back to a few other things. We're going to work on some other bits and pieces as well, so yeah, have a good one all, thanks for listening, as always, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.